Are we live?
Yep.
Thank you. Welcome, guys. That was spicy. We were going through some technical difficulties, but we are live. So hi. So I can actually do the intro without feeling awkward. Hi there. So welcome to the Gump's podcast. Welcome to the show. Hello there. So this is my computer camera. So if I smash the table or if I grab something, you're gonna see some shaking. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to wait until I get a wire to connect my camera to my computer. I went to a Best Buy, didn't have it. I got to order it specially, so it's kind of tough. But today's gonna be a spicy stream, and thankfully I'm not alone today. Introduce yourself.
Hey dudes, Canoe Reviews again. What's up?
So
What's up?
yeah, so today's basically just a DC podcast. So.
Yep.
I'm trying not to go on into a 25-minute tangent on why
Yep.
BVS sucks, but
Please
can't
don't.
promise anything. So, let's see how that goes. Okay, so up first today, we are going to be talking about, and now it's not showing up, the images I had. Yeah! You love to see it, my dude. You just fucking love to see it. Wait, what if I do this and then that? There we go. Hi! There we go. I just got to do a double clicky thingy jiggy. So, yeah. Ben Affleck is officially out as Batman.
Ding, 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 ding.
Can't say I didn't see that shit coming. Honestly, my dude, I figured this, like, literally 2 years ago when Justice League came out. The dude was not happy about going to these like interviews or anything like that. Look, this image alone, the dude is in a massive depression. The dude is not happy. And
Well, I mean, I go from being the basic one of the stars of BVS to having like a cameo in Suicide Squad, and then just being there in Justice League. I mean, it's probably not what he was told he would get.
I mean, like it sucks, but like
Yeah.
he was easily the best part about BVS, that pile steaming of garbage. And
Yep, except, him killing every motherfucker, but yeah, everything else was cool.
that was pretty dumb. Yeah, like no, don't worry, they were rubber bullets. No, those fuckers were dead. Like
Oh, they're
no,
dead.
no, they're
That's a
100%
spoiler.
dead.
It's because he's all depressed and shit. Is it? I don't care. Batman does not go, Gapah!
No, you're right, but like
Take my
it's,
Batmobile to the face, sir.
but yeah, no, you're right. It was kind of dumb that people argued about that, saying like, oh my god, he was just totally just using rubber bullets. No, he wasn't. But let's not get into that. I kind of figured this a long time ago when Justice League came out, because the guy was saying, I don't want to come back. The only reason why he would ever come back is because of the contract, and he had one more, I think, under his contract. But DC doesn't want that. DC doesn't want to have this guy going around kind of showboating how unhappy he is to the DC universe and stuff like that. I'm sad because he was easily one of my favorite Batmans, because when he fought, it actually looked like he was fighting people and not...
It was the Arkham games, basically.
Yeah, basically, and it looked dope. It looked really cool, and it was unfortunate, but just like... People who hate on Ben Affleck as Batman, it's not his fault. It's easily screenwriting, and
He's a good Batman. See, to me, the killing thing was it. See, if they just got rid of that, or maybe have him be normal Batman to begin with, and then throughout your movies show bad shit happening, and then maybe he gets close to killing people, but then he stops. Yeah, it could be like a whole arc. But this one's just, he does it now for some reason.
yeah, 100%.
Got rid of that, I think his Batman would have been like probably the best one.
Yeah, my biggest problem with Bale's Batman was there was two of them. One isn't as big. Let me try to set my phone up. What the hell? What's going on, baby boy? Okay, there we go. Yeah, one big problem with it was my biggest issue was choreography. It looked like it just didn't look like he was actually one of the greatest martial artists in the world.
He elbowed everybody.
Yeah, he basically just fucking elbowed everybody at like
Taking
1 mile an hour. It looked like he was a 90-year-old granny fighting for her purse back, and it was kind of pathetic.
It's my money.
Yeah. So that's what Ben Affleck had over that. The voice definitely helped. That fact he wasn't trying to do like he actually had some voice
He
modifier. He's
wasn't gargling marbles.
no, he wasn't, and it was interesting. So I'm going to miss him, but the fact that this is news today is kind of dumb. And there's some people that are actually shocked. Like, and a lot of them are DC fanboys. They're like, what? And like, a lot of them are like, been like defending that he's not leaving. You don't know. Like, people insulted me for saying.
I feel sorry for the new guy. Because, oh boy, is he going to get some shit flung at him from them?
Yeah, like, it's just dumb. Like, people are like, he's staying. He's not staying. He's not happy. DC's going on a reboot. Basically, they're trying to do their own thing now. No cinematic universe. No nothing. They're starting from fresh again. But whatever. This isn't really news to me. But for some reason, it's news to everybody else. I mean, like Earth to fanboys. Like it's been in the talks for like over 2 years now. So I feel bad for you.
Not really been spoke about at all, no. It's just been people guessing.
Yeah, you're right, but I mean, like, you had Warner Brothers kind of dropping hints here and there, saying that
too much back and forth of he is still Batman, he isn't. He is still Batman. Nope. There's been too much of that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Instead of just here you go. He's not Batman anymore.
Yeah, like the thing is with the back and forths. A lot of them were just a bunch of contradicting people speaking back and forth. Like, it goes with the Superman Henry Cavill situation. Like, there's a lot of people saying that Henry Cavill's still Superman, but there's a lot of people saying that he's not. And these are people that are working with DC.
Yeah.
Are they throwing us a fast one? Probably not. And one big reason is because, like, why would they go through so much effort saying that he's gone when he's really there? Why would you want that publicity? Why make bad publicity when you can easily just get something just as good, which is good publicity? If you have no publicity at all, that's when you do the bad publicity. But like, if you can do good, get the good one, because then people will be talking good about your films. So it makes no sense to me. People going back to Batman, back and forth. They're saying, "Oh, he's gone, he's back. He's gone, he's back." It was a lot of back and forth between DC and a lot of the castmates and Ben himself. Ben, ever since Justice League came out, when he was doing interviews and stuff like that, he even said on interviews, he's like, I'm not sure if I want to come back. Yeah. When you talk like that, there's a lot of unenthusiasm behind the guy, and it's a very hard role to really do because there's a lot of physical fitness. There's like,
if they wrote it fucking better for him.
Yeah, if they wrote it, like I'm telling you, if they wrote it better for him, and there was actually better leadership behind DC at the time. Yeah, then this would have been not an issue. Like if we had this guy who's running DC right now, I'm telling you, the DC EU would have been set off 2-3 years ago.
It would have actually been a fucking universe.
Yeah, like the only reason I could guarantee you, the only reason why this guy doesn't want to do a cinematic universe is because specifically he doesn't want to like constantly do the same shit that DC's been doing. He wants to make a new name for DC, trying to fix themselves and stuff like that.
To be honest, I would, if they decided they want to just go back to making films that aren't like connected to anything like they used to do, like Christopher Nolan ones don't count for anything. That was just a new guy playing Batman in a trilogy. Like there's been like 6 other actors, and I feel like if they just went back to just doing movies, and then maybe a few like throughout them just go, and they can team up now and again, but then just do like individual things. I think they handle that a lot better, or they just have to buckle down now and plan their stuff out better and just get on with it.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, and I actually can guarantee you that's what's happening. Other than the subtle name drops in Shazam, I can guarantee you that they're probably going to cut that out. If not, it's just going to be subtle stuff. Kind of like what Netflix and the MCU are. Are they connected? Technically, yes, but basically, no. I think that's what's going to happen with Shazam, and they're just going to slowly separate themselves until they actually get a solid foundation again. Like, let's say Shazam is beloved with all the fans and all the critics and stuff like that. It's got like a 90% across the board, and it made like a solid 600, $700 million. A lot of people don't think that's good, but that is incredible for Shazam, an unknown
If a
character.
movie gets its budget back and more, then it's fine.
Yeah, it's great, especially for Shazam. So if it gets
Yeah,
that, and then you
exactly.
get Wonder Woman 84, if that gets love across the board, and then
The
DC's
last
back
one
on the
did, so I can see it getting that.
so DC on after that will be back on the board, and then it would be left up to Birds of Prey, and then the new Suicide Squad, but which we'll talk about in a hot minute. Actually, any final thoughts on Batman, Ben Affleck being separated, which is no shocker to the world, but apparently it is to some people.
I think I will miss him. I feel like he was. I feel like he's one. I think he's one of the most wasted potentials
I agree.
movies for a long time now. Since he's Ben Affleck. The guy can act like shit. He's amazing. He's a really good director as well.
Oh,
His
yeah.
writing's really good. So for him to be Batman for that limited time and then not get kind of what he deserved out of it feels a bit annoying, because I feel like what he did was good. I don't really want to get back into the killing stuff because people have different opinions on Batman doing that. But to me, that doesn't happen. Batman does not do that. He doesn't go around hitting his Batmobile at the criminals or
No, I
blow
agree.
up
Yeah.
a gas canister, kill a guy, and all this stuff. But I feel like he deserved better. I don't think he got what they told him he was going to get out of it. I think plans changed too much and stuff. And yeah, I'll miss him being Batman. But on the other hand, if they're going back to him being younger and bringing on different villains into that, then I'm all for that as well. But yeah, I think I will miss the guy being Batman.
Yeah, I 100% agree. My final thoughts are it sucks that we're not going to get a Batman directed film written and directed by Ben Affleck, because the dude writes and makes gold when he's writing, directing, and starring in. That should be impossible, but that dude is a master of it. Like one of
He did
my
that
favorite
with
films of all
Argo.
time.
Argo's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. That's probably my top 10 films of all time. The suspense
good film.
when I watched
Oh,
that
yeah.
for the first time, the suspense, I felt my muscles ache after that movie because I was tensed up the entire time. The last 30 minutes is a fucking seat
Oh.
clencher, dude. Based on a true story, so like I didn't know the events, but even if you knew the events, the way that the music was composed, the way that the shots were, the way the acting was, I'm getting chills talking about it. The shit was amazing. I'm gonna probably watch the fucking movie after this because it's so good. I love that movie to death. It's
It's
one
a
of my
good
favorite
movie,
suspense, one of my favorite suspense movies of all time. I just love it. It might even be my top 5. I just love it that much. Ben Affleck is so good at his craft, and it sucks that we gotta say goodbye to him, because there was just poor leadership skills at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You can blame the script, you can blame everything, but at the end of the day, it's the producer's fault for deciding who's writing, deciding who's directing, and all that other shit. So yeah, that's it for that one. We went on a little bit of a journey on that one, but let's talk about our next subject: Suicide Squad Dos, or in this case, just Suicide Squad or the Suicide Squad. Now,
Yep.
James Gunn is directing Suicide Squad, or the Suicide Squad, which is going to be a soft reboot in a way, or just a completely new reboot. There's not that much information on there as well.
Yeah, it's been hardly anything.
Yeah, but we all kind of figured that it was going to be this. People were theorizing he was going to do Flash. People were expecting him to do Green Lantern Corps. But I can actually see why they wanted him to do Suicide Squad, because Suicide Squad is basically just a group of misfits like Guardians of the Galaxy who are like villains like Guardians of the Galaxy and turn them into heroes. But in this case, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because they are villains and they stay villains. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for him, but I trust in the guy. I personally didn't
I can see why they went for him, yeah.
Yeah, I personally didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I just thought the writing wasn't that good.
It was alright. The first one trumps it and all.
Oh yeah, the first one's a masterpiece. I love that one. But then the second one, I just felt like there was not that much story. I felt like he was kind of rushed. I get sense that there was a lot of rushed art in there.
I think he just got told to do what he wanted, and he just went a bit too far.
Yeah, no, I agreed. One thing that I could tell is just like the lack of story Like that was my biggest issue with the movie. There was a lack of story. It was just a bunch of, to me, it was basically like a Transformers movie. It was just a bunch of action.
I would not compare it to that trash.
No. We, I'm calling it like Transformers because in the movie alone, a standalone movie, right? Eliminate the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie from your mind really quick. You see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. You don't know the property. You do not know the characters. You're not familiar with the humor. This is the first time. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy 1. People would not like it as much. I will guarantee you that because there's not that much character development. The story was, there's good amount of story in the first 15 to 20 minutes, and then 2 hours pass, and then we're finally introduced to the final conflict. That's just my opinion. That's what my biggest problem is. But to me, I feel like that was a problem only because he was only given like X amount of years, like probably like 6 months to a year to write that script because you got like, what was it? The first one came out 2014, and then the next one came out 2017. So that's 3 years. So I would assume that they gave him like a year to write the script, which is difficult. Like a lot of people are like, oh, a year, that's plenty of time. As a screenwriter myself, yes, I don't have that much experience and that much talent, but writing a big story like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in 1 year is really difficult, especially with those characters. So I will cut him some slack on that, but that's why I'm not as nervous about this one, even though his last movie was kind of to me, because like I feel like he's getting a lot more time. I guarantee you, he's been writing this script since he was fired from Disney. I guarantee you it. So that's been like what 7-8 months already. God knows how long that's been.
Don't think it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been a decent amount of time.
He wasn't with them instantly though, so it's not been since he got fired.
Let me look this up really quick. When the release date for it is.
It's like 2021.
The Suicide Squad is August 6th, 2021. So that gives him a lot more time to write a script for this movie. So when he's got the time, I trust in him because he's got a great sense of humor. I love his sense of humor. And I feel like Suicide Squad needs to be a fun movie. It doesn't need to be a gritty, dark, sensible movie. I mean, there could be dark elements in there, like when you kill the first Suicide Squad member off, make it a character you actually fucking care about. And wait until like the second act to do it. Don't do it just like, oh, look, the man that can climb anything, kill him off. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. That movie's garbage.
You can make nooses very fast and well. Yay.
That movie's so bad, dude. It's incredible. It's fascinating how bad that movie is. But, yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, and by the way, that's also in the news. The fact that it's got a confirmed release date. I'm excited for it. Kyle, what are your thoughts?
I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one. So even though, like you said, they're like soft reboot thing, bringing new characters on it, still a bit on the fence about it. But I'm interested to see what James Gunn does with the property because he's done team stuff before. But it's like all villains, they'll all be dirtbags and pieces of shit and all that. So yeah, I feel like I'm not as excited for the movie, but him being attached to it might bring me back in once stuff starts coming out about it later on.
Actually, you just cut to my intro. Sorry about that, guys. No, but like, I agree. And the thing is, people say that you need like one thing that DC gets shit on, which I agree with and disagree with to a certain extent, saying that the DC universe would have been better if it just went straight to solo movies, all the solo movies, then do a Justice League movie. I agree and then disagree with that. I agree if they took their time, yes, it would have been better. But I also disagree because guess what? They would have still hired shitty writers because that's what they happen to do. It's just they hire shitty writers and shitty directors. They would have just given all the projects to Zack Snyder anyway. So whatever. Yeah. And then Guardians of the Galaxy proved that argument wrong. It was a group of misfits that didn't have a single solo story to them, and then
that's completely different.
I like that's what I was gonna say, but I also would see some people saying that that's different because Peter Quill isn't as big of an iconic character as the
Plus,
Flash
they're
and stuff.
always a team, though.
Yeah, that
Basically.
the thing is with the Guardians of the Galaxy to a certain extent, a lot of the members in today's comics and stuff like that are not actually core members and weren't founded in the Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of the members had their own solo comics and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm just saying like, I just had a total brain fart. But James Gunn is great at doing characters that have no solo movies and then bring them together. Because the thing is with like they didn't feel forced. Guardians of the Galaxy, you felt like you actually cared about every single one of them, and it wasn't cheesy dialogue. It wasn't forced exposition. It was actually well done with a lot of emotion. You could do that with Suicide Squad and make it successful. Don't make it more than 5 people, because I feel like after you make it more than 5, even I would actually keep it to 4.
Yeah.
I would personally keep it to 4 because the thing is with Groot, there's not much you can do with Groot. He just says I and am and Groot. That's it. There's still a character to him, yes, but like there's not much you could do with it. So I feel like if he has 4 complex characters in Suicide Squad, that'll be fine. 5 would be a little bit more difficult, but it's still doable. So just keep it small, contained, and keep it to characters that we don't know. Like, and I won't say don't know, that a lot of the movie-going audiences aren't familiar with. Like, you know what I would love to see as a villain? Seriously, I would love this so much. Deathstroke as a villain. 'Cause I want Deathstroke as a villain in a fucking movie. It could work, because listen, just imagine this. Like, Deathstroke gets a gets a hit on what's the chick's name that forms the Suicide Squad?
Amanda Waller.
Yeah, imagine someone puts a hit on Amanda Waller, and then she like escapes barely with her life, and she's in the hospital, right? Like she's scared out of her mind, and she doesn't know what to do. And then she's like, "We got a bunch of villains. We'll put chips in them and have them basically defend her." I'm not saying it's a flawless story. I literally just came up with it right here and now, but I'm just saying like, I feel like Deathstroke as a villain would be really fucking dope, and not make it some enchantress, dumb, broad bitch that waves her fingers around. Like, I hated her. But I want someone who would be really iconic as a main villain, because the thing is, it's hard to find a villain for villains to fight. I mean, it's got to be someone who's so crazy like the Joker, or it's got to be someone who's totally scary and then has a moral code and will not break that moral code, as in Deathstroke, because he's like, I'm getting paid. I'm going to kill this bitch. And so that makes Amanda Waller very desperate, and desperate times calls for desperate measures. No superheroes in this world. You could say there's literally no superheroes. You could literally just have one name drop as a superhero. It could be, for all I fucking care, it could be Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, or fucking like Cockroach Dude. I don't give a shit. Like, they can have one superhero in there, but like Cockroach Man has been murdered by Deathstroke or some shit like that. I don't care. There's a lot of shit you can do with here, especially because there's not a cinematic universe involved anymore. Because I can guarantee you that this is a solo story. James Gunn's movie. I'm excited for that, and yeah, those are my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Who would you like to see as a main villain, actually?
Well, I'm just going to take your Deathstroke thing and say maybe that guy who was cast as him a few years ago will finally get to fucking play him.
Yeah, he looks so good too.
He did in that little after credit scene with terrible Lex Luthor. But yeah, he looked awesome as him, and that's another bad thing as well. They cast him, who was perfect for it, and they've kind of just left him at the side. So I think if Deathstroke were to be chosen, I think he would be great, because he is just like, like you said, I'm getting paid, get out of the way, I'm going to just go through you to get to her. So it makes him a bit more unpredictable for them.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just trying to stay as a team, and maybe one by one he's like picking them off for getting rid of them.
Just imagine, so actually imagine this. There's 5 members of the Suicide Squad. One member gets his head blown off in like the second act for trying to run away, right? And then another member actually does die from Deathstroke. So that's a great way to introduce true stakes to the movie. Because basically almost every single Suicide Squad movie or I'm talking about animated stuff and the live action, of course, and some of the comics. There's just always that one villain that's like, "Fuck this noise, I'm out of here," and then gets killed for
Pretty
it.
much.
Yeah, because that'll introduce stakes to kind of force the members to stay. Because you kind of have to introduce that element, especially if it's a whole new movie and stuff like that. The audience will be aware, but like I feel like the characters themselves won't know. So like you gotta, as an audience member, you'll be thinking, why aren't they just running away? You gotta introduce that idea. Oh, our heads are gonna be blown off, and then so that's one stake to it already. And it's going to be very desperate. I think that could cause for some serious good, like really good drama. Like, if they leave, they're going to get killed. If they stay, they're going to get killed. They're like, what the fuck do we do? Like, see, that's, like, I feel like that's a great storyline right there, dude. Like, DC, can you hire me? Like, I don't have to be the fucking writer because I'm not that good at writing. Just, I'll give you the storyboard. I'll be like, here you go, buddy. Here's a plot synopsis. There you go. I'll take $10K. Oh, that's it? Yeah, $10K. Because I'm poor over here. Just give me that cash, dude. Dude, that would be a fucking awesome movie. Now, if it's not Deathstroke, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm like, give me some Deathstroke, dude. Because I just imagine like some B-class villains and stuff like that, like Captain Cold. He's like, oh shit, brother, and he gets sniped right in the neck, and he's like, ah, and he's fucking bleeding out, dude.
I can just see like that being like a suspense thing. Where like you don't see him all the time. Like you see like hints of Deathstroke walking around, and maybe if they split up, come out the darkness, the big orange, half of it, and just take. So you can just make him like, you can make him like a Michael Myers character, where he's just always fucking moving around and getting closer. You can make Deathstroke terrifying if you did something like that.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, I would love to talk to us about this more because honestly, dude, this is awesome shit. This is like literally dope. I'm nerding out so hardcore. I'm like out of 5, like out of 4, like out of 5, I'm at a 4.9. When you hit 5, you just blow up. There's nothing at your waist anymore. You're just
Deathstroke just kills someone. That's just Halloween theme.
Dude, honestly though, dude, DC, we're over here doing your job for you. Here you go. Okay, as sad as I am, we gotta change subjects, baby boy. Yeah. So, yeah, I couldn't find a better image on the computer. So this is what I could get: Super Pets. Yeah. So they're making a Super Pets movie. Let me look at the release date one last time. So we got the Super Pets movie titled DC Super Pets. May 21st, 2021. BB boy. I'm going to be what? I'll be watching that when I turn 23, my dude. Holy shit. So yeah, so this movie will be focused around 3 main characters. There's like 5 members, I think, to the DC Super Pets.
But a few.
Yeah. So they're going to focus on 3. It's going to be... No, there's more than 5, but they mainly focus on the core 5, but they're going to focus on 3 here. Obviously, Crypto the Super Dog.
Makes perfect sense.
Bat Hound. And that's Batman's dog. And then they're going to be... I forget what... I saw the show 4 or 5 times when I was like 7, so bear with me. It was Supergirl's cat, I think. I think...
Remember.
Yeah, it might have been a cat, may have not been. I don't know, brother. But like, anyway, so those are the cast members: 2 dogs and a cat with superpowers. I guarantee you it's gonna be animated. It's got to be because if it's live action, it has to be animated, my dude.
It should be animated.
If it's live action, it's gonna be like Underdog. Remember that shitty movie? That Underdog movie? Oh my god.
They couldn't handle it. It's just I think it'll be easier and better to do.
Oh, what's up, BB? But yeah, I remember watching that show back in the day. Yeah. But so it's got to be animated. I can guarantee you that the only reason why they are making this thing happen is because of the praise that Spider-Man's getting into the Spider-Verse. They're like, oh wait, people like animated feature films with superheroes and stuff like that. Let's
What do
go.
you mean
Let's
they like cartoons? What do you mean?
like, what do you mean, brother? Like, it's so fucking weird, but like, it's weird. I mean, it would have been really spicy to see Super Horse. I can't take this thing seriously. I really can't. I mean, for all I know, this is gonna be like the greatest movie of that year. I can't talk too much shit because I talked so much massive shit on Spider-Man. I'm like, they're making a what? I can't, dude. This is spicy. Anything you want to say? Because I'm just floored at the idea that they're making a Super Pets movie. I don't know.
It's so weird. It's a weird one.
It's weird. I'm honestly, I don't know what else to say. It's just like,
I
cool.
have no idea, to be honest.
I literally when I sent Kyle the notes, I was like, what am I gonna say with this? Just kept thinking about it. It's so fucking weird. Like,
if it's just a good animated fun movie, then yeah, fuck it, let them make it.
I mean, I'm not shitting on the idea. It's just such an obscure movie.
It's weird, yeah. It kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest.
Like out of nowhere, and I mean, I can't talk too much shit about DC because, like, I mean, like they got a new leader. And the new leader seems that, like, as of right now, he seems like he knows. Yeah, he seems like he knows what he's doing so far. He's taking things slower. He's taking a step back. He's like, we're not doing a cinematic universe anymore. He's just, as of right now, we're keeping everything separate. So it just seems like this is an odd phase 1, if you will. If you want, I know there's no phases, but like the phase 1 to his multi-phase plan. Like, I will say the final phase is when he goes back to cinematic universes and stuff like that. So this is phase 1. This is the first month of him being like, of us really seeing his effect, to see his touch and whatnot. And this is the first month. Because Aquaman wasn't him. Aquaman was the previous producer. So this is the first thing we're coming out of him. We got cool stuff. We got like Suicide Squad with James Gunn, taking things slower. Wonder Woman 84. We got Blue Beetle, which I'm really excited for. I love Blue Beetle. And then
I don't think I'll get made anytime soon, but yeah.
And then you got Super Pets to that list.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're done that. I think we're good on that one.
So as long as it's good and a fun time, then yeah.
Yeah, like I will not care if it's a fun time. I'm not shitting on the idea. It's just like we said, it's so odd. It's not a choice, especially for now. Like if it was like later down the line, like we were more comfortable with DC and DC's done obscure shit before, then yeah, I would be like, yeah, I'm really excited. But like the most obscure thing they done was Suicide Squad, and that was tits. They can't even do a fucking BVS movie right. So I mean, yet again, that was the previous producer. So all we're going to have to do is wait and see. So for the final topic of today, yeah. So I should have done this earlier, but like whatever. It's a obscure last one. Birds of Prey. Yay! I wanted to talk about this. Some people were praising the shit out of it and whatnot. They're like, "Oh my god, it's so good," and a lot of people were saying it's fucking awful. My response, me and Kyle agree on this, is like there was nothing. Like there was actually nothing to see.
It wasn't even like a first look trailer. It was like, okay, these are the people that are in it. Now wait till we release a trailer. And people freaking out over how bad it looks are fucking dumb. Or how good it looks are kind of being dumb. Because it was just a, hey, remember these actors are in this movie? There you go. Goodbye. That was it.
Yeah, honestly, man.
That's all that trailer was.
And I just lost my feed. And we're back, baby boy. And so, yeah, like, there was nothing there. It was just an announcement trailer. Like, hey, this movie's actually happening. I mean, for DC,
these people are in it.
I feel like DC felt like they had to do it because they're like, listen, we talked a lot of game back in the day, but this is actually a movie that's definitely going to happen. When's that movie coming out? 2020?
Birds
of Prey, 2020, February 7th, 2020. Am I excited? No. Like a lot of people say some shade at me because is because it's an all-female. I don't care if it's an all-female cast. Make it an all-female cast that actually makes sense. So to me, Poison Ivy, Huntress, Batgirl, Harley Quinn, and some other chick that's going to be in it doesn't make sense to me. Yo, what's up, Donna? What's up, my dude? But yeah, it makes no sense to me. Yeah, what are
Where
your
was
thoughts?
Poison Ivy going to be in it? There's been no mention of that.
She was mentioned like a couple, like almost a year ago when they first announced the movie. They said Poison Ivy was going to be in it.
She's probably not part of the team though. She's probably just like what they're up against, maybe.
If that's what they're up against, really, that's what they're. Let me check.
Poison.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like it's Black Mask, but I mean, if you're getting somewhere that Poison Ivy's meant to be in it, then it might just be that because I've seen nothing about that. Don't even know if she is in it, mate.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I think it was debunked recently. Yeah, recently, like a couple months ago. I see it was a rumor that was kind of just died down. It was supposed to have Catwoman and Poison Ivy in it. I think that was with the other producer. That was with the other producer involved, and let me go back to my thing. Yeah, that was with the other producer. That was like, hey, let's have Poison Ivy and then Catwoman. I didn't hear about Catwoman, but Poison Ivy is a name that constantly came up when they first announced the movie. So I just assumed she was still in it. It's just not getting a lot of headlight. So, I mean, she might be still in the movie. She might not be. But as of right now, to me, still Harley Quinn. If it was just the three of them, for now, Huntress, Harley Quinn, and Batgirl, they still would never team up. In my the writers will come up with the writers would come up with something. Because
everybody else would. If Harley Quinn wasn't there, it would make sense because they do all the time in the comics.
Yeah, like because like Batgirl and Harley Quinn, Batgirl and Huntress make sense because it's like
I can see why they did it. Harley Quinn's a moneymaker from them.
Yeah, exactly.
Her part did well in Suicide Squad. People liked that. Margot Robbie's good as her. So if they want to keep her around, it kind of makes sense for them to put her in this. But I can see what you mean, but also I can see why they've done it.
Yeah, I see why they've done it. It just seems like it's a quick buck to make for them because they're like, oh, Harley Quinn's now the face of DC in a weird way, but whatever. But like, let's see what you were saying with Huntress and Batgirl. That makes sense to me because it's like Daredevil and Punisher teaming up. They have a lot of feuds because the morale on both of them is totally different. One's like, let's kill bitches, and the other one's like, no, we save everybody. But they still, at the end of the day, respect each other as human beings and still will work with each other when the time is needed. So I'm not saying Huntress is Punisher. Nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. But I feel like when it comes to like breaking bones and sending people to the hospital, Huntress is a little bit more gruesome than Batgirl. At least from what I've seen in the comics and the animated stuff and whatnot, I've seen that Huntress has been a little bit more of a loose cannon when it comes to sending people to the hospital and maybe even killing them. So on that dynamic, it makes 100% sense. 100%. And then you add Harley Quinn, who's a fucking maniac. I mean, there's been times where she's been a hero. Yes, but
she's kind of always in between to me.
Yeah, she's always, but like at the end of the day, she's always a in betweeny weenie. She's like, it's whatever suits her. But it's just like, like, it just seems like they added her just to add her. I mean, that's just how I feel. And for all I know, the movie could be fucking spectacular, best movie of the year. I don't know, but like, it just like as of right now, it just seems kind of forced. Like oh, no one's gonna watch a Batgirl and Huntress movie. Let's add Harley Quinn in there. And that, as a studio,
Batgirl's not even in it.
Batgirl's not in it.
I don't think she is.
No, I thought you said she is. And I was like, wait,
no, she's not. Everybody you saw in that trailer thing's not Batgirl.
She's. I think that they only introduced certain cast members. That's weird.
No, I don't think she's in it.
Let me check really quick. Wait, breaking
scoop. Sure break
scoop. Yeah, I.
Huntress, Cassandra Cain was that teenager-looking girl, and then
I'm just looking at the cast.
Renee Montoya is the other person that was in it.
Okay.
I don't think Batgirl was in it.
Okay, so it looks like we got Harley Quinn, Huntress, Black Canary.
Oh, yeah, Black Canary as well. Yeah, I forgot she's in the trailer as well.
Then we got Victor Soz.
Zaz, big old Zaz,
I don't know who that
big old
is.
self-harm boy.
Let's see. I'm trying to find like the full list, but yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, she's not in it.
Like I remember, like when they first announced it, and in months afterwards, they kept talking about Batgirl being in it.
Well, they're not working on a Batgirl movie, so
Yeah,
she's probably not in that.
yeah, no, because I remember like once the Joss Whedon Batgirl movie fell apart, that they were gonna put Batgirl in Birds of Prey.
Well, she should have been, but she's not.
That's weird.
Yep.
That's weird. I don't like that. And
no.
like I feel like. And wait, remember the
Gumps
whole
doesn't
spiel?
like something.
Wait. What? Remember that spiel that DC did back in the day with like we're canceling the Suicide Squad story arc in Arrow because it's in the movies and we can't have them both in there. And then they canceled. They kind of got rid of Deathstroke because of he was going to be in the movies. Remember that? So let me get this straight: Black Canary could be in the TV shows and also in the movies. Pick and choose, you dipshit! Oh, I'm mad. I'm actually heated. I'm pissed.
It's not a big a deal, but alright.
No, it is 100% big of a deal. No, this is what I loved about Arrow was Deathstroke. They started turning him into a good guy. That was pissing me off. I mean, he was a bad guy. It was tragic when he turned bad because I really liked the character. As soon as he said his name, I was like, oh no, that's Deathstroke. And the transformation of him turning bad was very tragic to me. But like, you gotta stick to your guns with that. Like, I was over it. I was like, he's the main villain now. That's cool. He's a badass villain. And then whatever. That point being aside, they got rid of him because they couldn't be in the movies.
Yep.
They got rid of the Suicide Squad story arc because it was going to be in the movies. They're picking and choosing.
I haven't kept up with Arrow in that, so I don't know if Black Canary gets used a lot now. But I mean, before the film comes out, they could get rid of her.
Which one was she? Was she Laurel Lance?
I know she's gone, and there was one from another universe that was evil.
Yeah.
And now it's a different actress.
No, it's the same actress.
I thought there's like another one now.
There's multiple Black Canaries. There was one from a different world, and there's a different Black Canary that's from their world that's actually got the meta power. And then Laurel Lance comes back from like Earth, God knows fuck what. And now she's
the one that was in The Flash.
Yeah, she was the one for The Flash, exactly. Yeah, she's a major part in the story now. She plays a major key role in season 6, and she seems to be playing a major role in season 7. I haven't watched after Elseworld. I'm done with Supergirl, by the way. Let's go on a little bit of a side note really quick. Supergirl, I'm done with Supergirl. I tried to like that show. Season 1, Season 2, I quite enjoyed. Season 3, it was all right. Then season 4, it's just like
and even on season 4.
Wait, was it? No. Yeah, they are. They are on season 4. Because season 1 was the one on CBS. Season 2 was the one where they introduced Superman. Season 3 was with the supervillain Reign, and then season 4 is what they're on right now.
I don't think that's started yet.
No, it has.
I'm confused.
Season 4 of Supergirl has started. It started with Arrow season 7, Flash season 5, I think. 6. I don't. There's a lot of seasons on these shows. Beside the point. Bullshit. Like, I like the Suicide Squad story arc because I feel like that could have been a great season for Arrow and stuff like that. Like having the Suicide Squad as the main antagonist. I thought that would have been really cool. That's just me. But, whatever. DC, whatnot. So, any final thoughts before we close the podcast off?
Talking about the Birds of Prey thing, I'm just going to wait to see when they do actual reveals. I think going mental over it looking bad or looking good right now is pointless because it was just a reminder of these are the people who are playing these characters. Come back soon for more. It was what that kind of felt like. So I feel like Birds of Prey is kind of just in there right now for me until more set pictures come up, trailers come out, more looks at the characters come out. Like, hopefully, Ewan McGregor Black Mask puts on a fucking mask. But
yeah, here's the hope.
But I think it was just a reveal of these actors are in it, come back later, sort of thing. So I'm kind of in between about it. But I mean, I'll keep my hopes up for it. Hopefully, when they release stuff, it looks better than I'm thinking right now. But yeah, Birds of Prey is kind of just in the background right now.
Yeah, right now I'm not too concerned about it. Right now I'm way too excited for Shazam. Shazam's one of my favorite DC superheroes. Just
Shazam does look quite fun.
yeah, it looks a lot of fun. The suit is still like I won't say it's nearly as jarring as before, but it's just still something I'm gonna have to. My eyes are gonna have to get used to because it does seem like he's got pillows shoved into his suit and stuff like that. It just
'Cause he
seems really
does.
fluffy. Yeah, but other than that, the movie looks a lot of fun and like.
Yeah, it looks quite good.
And it looks like exactly like a Shazam comic, and it looks like exactly
Yeah.
like Shazam was back in the animated stuff. Looks
Because it just
so much
feels
fun.
like it is just a kid being
Exactly.
Superman and want to fuck around with it.
Yeah,
So,
dude, like it. One thing to me, as a story writer and stuff like that, it's like I've always wanted to see was if a kid became a superhero, and we haven't really gotten too many of those because it's a big risk for
Yeah.
obvious reasons. Because how are you going to keep a franchise active with a child and keeping him a child for years to come? Unless you do babyface kids like Tom Holland. I mean, like, other than that, it's pretty difficult. It's really difficult, and I understand that. And it's hard to get good actors that are kids. But once you get the right actor, and once you get the right script and whatnot, you get gold. And it's just
Yep.
a lot of fun because in a way, let's be honest. At one point, every single person wanted to have superpowers. You can be a fucking redneck. You can be a sister fucker. You can be anybody. You can be whatever. You at one point in your life, you wanted to be a superhero. I bet you, like probably 10% of the people on the planet jumped off their bed because they thought they were Superman, and then broke their fucking collarbone. It's like, but like everybody at one point wanted to be a superhero, and Shazam has the key to unlocking that inner child in everybody if it's done right.
Of that.
Yeah, like, that's why as a kid, little sidetrack, little side note, I loved Ben 10 growing up because Ben 10. Have you ever heard of Ben 10? By the way,
Yeah, it's quite a decent cartoon. It's
Decent?
big enough over here.
decent. Say that.
And decent. You haven't seen it all, and yeah, decent. It's decent.
Blasphemy, dude. Blasphemy.
Blasphemy to a show none of us look at anymore.
No, the reason why we don't look at it anymore is because they rebooted the show, and then they basically Cartoon Networked it and made it like, I don't know what this trend is, but every time they reboot something, they got to make this over the top cartoon-esque style look, and then make it look like they're children. Like there's this show I used to watch, Total Drama Island. Love that show.
Heard to that.
Yeah. I love that show. Guess what? They had 4 seasons. It was Total Drama Island, Total Drama Action, Total Drama World Tour, and there was another one that was supposed to be like a soft reboot. Didn't do well. And then nothing. And guess what? They rebooted it again with the main cast from the first 3 seasons, and they made them children. I'm like, what? Stop that! I'm pissed. I'm like, no. I'm actually mad. I'm sorry. That actually pisses me off. They did it with Teen Titans. They did it with Ben 10. They did it with Total Drama Island. They did it with a lot of fucking shows I grew up with. It's kind of annoying. Knock it off. If you're gonna reboot something, reboot it like a fucking mature show that it was back in the day. Oh, whatever. Okay, whatever. We're done. Kyle, where can they find you?
Find me Kinnear Reviews on YouTube and at Kinnear Reviews on Twitter. It's kind of all the stuff I use anyway.
You guys can find me at Twitter, Gumps_videos. Follow me there for latest news updates on my channel, guys. Thank you, BB, for joining the stream. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Will, for stopping in a little bit. We're not going to do Twitter questions because right now we've been going on for an hour.
Yeah, sweet.
So yeah, that's my sweet mark right there, an hour. That's why I kind of want. So make sure you guys are ready for the next one. We'll try to save some time for live questions. I wasn't gonna probably do live questions anyway, even if there was some time left over because there's not enough people in the chat. So anyway, guys, see you in the next one. Tomorrow will be a WTF series review. Get ready for that. Later, guys.
Peace.